You guys have been asking for it, man. And finally, I have delivered. Courtesy of ProWrestlingTees.com, you can now own the official WWE Off the Script t-shirt. And to get yours today, all you got to do is simply go to www.prowrestlingtees.com/offthescript, and you now can represent the number one fucking source for all WWE right here on YouTube.com. www.prowrestlingtees.com/WWE Off the Script. And remember, hashtag fuck those other guys, man. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and thank you so much for joining me right here on the number one fucking source for all WWE right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script, episode number 74, part number 1, to start your Battleground weekend off the right fucking way, man. What a big weekend this is turning out to be, bro. Not just on this channel when it comes to WWE content, but the news that has been uncovered this past week, man. Just in the last couple of days. What I'm going to talk about today as the top story right here on Off the Script, man. Big. And this is exactly what WWE needed. This is exactly what WWE needed to do in this situation. Summerslam, I've been saying it, the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. Royal Rumble was number 2. Not anymore, the way WWE treats the Royal Rumble for the past 3 years, man. That's dropped down to number 3. SummerSlam is where it's at right after WrestleMania. Easily. Being that it's in New York, being that it's going to have all the eyes in the world on it. This year being that it's going to be in New York City. WWE needed to do something to make it intriguing, to generate interest. They started on Monday Night Raw with Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch. That's exactly what they did, and it was probably the best segment on the show. I never seen a crowd hot for women wrestling on WWE television in years. That's exactly what they needed to do, and I commend Triple H for his work with NXT. I commend him on building that brand to what we see today. I commend him on mentoring the talents down there to what they are today. It is exciting to see, and it's really one of those moments that makes you proud to be a WWE fan, to see these individuals, these wrestlers, these women, these men work so hard down in the minor leagues and then come on up to the main roster, man. You get chills just thinking about it. That's exactly what they needed. That's exactly what the Divas division needed. It needed a shot of adrenaline, and that's exactly what those 3 women are going to do. They're going to go into SummerSlam. I reported it right here on Off the Script. I am very, very positive they are going to go into SummerSlam, and they are going to be a very, very vital part of SummerSlam for the women's division. WWE needed to fill in the gaps on television. They needed to generate interest elsewhere on the roster when it came to SummerSlam as well. And this is exactly what they're doing with the rumors that are running like wildfire on the internet right now concerning Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, Sting, and the one and only, the greatest of all time, The Undertaker. WWE are no fools. They know they need to generate interest for SummerSlam. They know they need to make it big. Not only because WWE television has been stale, not only have they pretty much bombed on the USA Network, not only with Tough Enough, but with Monday Night Raw as well, they need to do something. And plans are in the work right now. I don't know what those plans are, but we're going to talk about it right now, because according to PW Insider Mike Johnson, according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, we have huge reports about The Undertaker not only appearing at Battleground, but at SummerSlam. Sting appearing at SummerSlam. Undertaker also appearing on Monday Night Raw following Battleground. If he's not on Battleground, he's scheduled to be in Monday Night Raw or on Monday Night Raw in Kansas City. So what's going on? New reports have provided more details surrounding Undertaker appearing at Battleground and SummerSlam for WWE. As previously noted, the Phenom is rumored to be making an appearance at WWE Battleground on July 19th. According to the Wrestling Observer Radio Show with Dave Meltzer, Undertaker is more than likely set to be at Battleground in order to set up a match at SummerSlam on August 23rd. WWE has reportedly booked not only The Undertaker for SummerSlam, but former WCW and TNA World Heavyweight Champion Sting to work the August pay-per-view as well. Dave Meltzer claims that as he was trying to confirm the rumor surrounding Taker making an appearance at Battleground was true or not, he discovered that not only is that very likely, but he is booked for SummerSlam as well. He says that he knew Sting was booked for SummerSlam and that his inclusion in the card was being kept off the record, but he had no idea that Undertaker was also going to be working on August 23rd in Brooklyn, New York. He states that one or both may appear at Battleground, but both have been confirmed to him through WWE sources that they will be working SummerSlam. WWE is apparently using such names as Undertaker and Sting to bring eyes to the product SummerSlam weekend, as they want to see the third quarter WWE Network numbers soar as high as their first quarter numbers. Both men will apparently be talked about and promoted on Monday Night Raw leading up to SummerSlam, with Battleground possibly being the catalyst for both men's August match. It is unconfirmed at the time who the legends will be facing at SummerSlam, which could be any number of options from Triple H or Seth Rollins for Sting, or Rollins or Brock Lesnar for The Undertaker. According to Mike Johnson of PWInsider.com, Undertaker is definitely being advertised for Raw on July 20th in Kansas City, Missouri. As previously reported, the Phenom is expected to work a match at SummerSlam, possibly returning to WWE programming on July 19th at Battleground to begin a program with possibly Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, or Sting himself. Johnson writes, and I quote, "The Undertaker is slated to return next week to build a match for the August SummerSlam pay-per-view," PWInsider.com has learned. Undertaker is currently scheduled for Monday's Raw in Kansas City. It's possible he could also appear at Battleground, but PWInsider.com has not confirmed that to be the case. WWE has dropped Undertaker's name on TV a number of times in recent weeks, with Paul Heyman reminding everyone that Brock Lesnar ended his undefeated WrestleMania streak and that Kane was Undertaker's little brother. PWInsider.com reported following WrestleMania 31 that Taker told WWE management that he felt good physically following his WrestleMania match with Bray Wyatt and was prepared to return for another WrestleMania match. Undertaker last worked SummerSlam in 2008, where he defeated the Rated R superstar Edge in a Hell in a Cell match. Both Sting and Undertaker are reportedly set to work SummerSlam on August 23rd. WWE hopes that their inclusion in the product over the next month will increase both television ratings and WWE Network subscriptions. Unfucking believable. WWE, like I said, are no fools. They know they are suffering with ratings. They know the product has been stale. They know the main event scene surrounding Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins is only that, Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. Now, not taking anything away from both individuals, I know they can carry that program for several months and have it be entertaining. But after that, there's nobody else. With the inclusion of a Sting, with the inclusion of an Undertaker, things certainly get a lot more interesting. You know, there's a lot of ties between Sting and Rollins, especially with Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. Or could the Undertaker be setting up a match with Sting at SummerSlam? We don't know. But all I know is that now, with this news being leaked by both Mike Johnson and Dave Meltzer, Battleground is a can't-miss show. Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar is a can't-miss main event. On top of that, you got Kevin Owens and John Cena for the United States Championship. Battleground, which, going into this, the hype and the build has been dreadful. Now, just like that, the hype for Battleground is can't miss. It's must-see. They took a B-level pay-per-view and now are transforming it into a B+ or an A-. Not going to be that A+ show, but with the inclusion of The Undertaker and Sting, this is going to be very, very interesting going into SummerSlam. Now, what I originally thought, I had no idea about The Undertaker. I had no idea of Sting. They were the farthest thing from my mind when it came to Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins. What I was going to talk about on Friday's show, I was merely going to do a Battleground preview, predictions, and go over the match card. That's exactly what was on my itinerary for Off the Script on Friday, Part 1. But now, with this massive news of The Undertaker and Sting, obviously, that got pushed back. What I was initially going to talk about is my preview for Rollins and Lesnar. Rollins took out Kane. Kane is no more. Sneak attack Kane, beating Kane up as he's laying on the floor, etc., etc. He's a lone wolf now. Rollins has nobody. Rollins doesn't have Kane. He doesn't have the Authority. He doesn't have Triple H. He doesn't have Stephanie. He doesn't have J&J Security. There's nobody in this industry, on the face of the earth, that thinks Seth Rollins can beat Brock Lesnar one-on-one. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There were rumors going around that Seth Rollins may form a new faction, that Seth Rollins may have new backup. This would be the perfect opportunity to take a floundering Dean Ambrose. This would be the perfect opportunity to take a struggling Roman Reigns, both as faces. You put Dean Ambrose in the main event, and then you take him right back out. You put him back in, and you take him right back out. At one point, people were calling him directionless. Then you put him in the main event, you put him in a match with Seth Rollins, in a Money in the Bank, a pay-per-view, in a ladder match, and they tear the house down. Then you put him in a match against Bo Dallas. 1 week you got him fighting for the Intercontinental title. 1 week you got him fighting for the United States title in a John Cena Open, U.S. title challenge open. Whatever. Doesn't make any sense, man. He's like fucking zigzag all over the fucking place, man. It's not right. Dean Ambrose is worth more than that. Obviously, you don't know what to do with him. Yes, he's popular. Yes, he's adored. Yes, he's loved. Ambrose Asylum, etc., etc. Make him a heel. You don't know what to do with them, make him a heel. Same thing with Roman Reigns. How many fucking times must we see Big Show and Roman Reigns collide? Whether it's a one-on-one match, a fucking tag team match, a six-man tag, them crossing paths in the fucking hallway in the back. I don't want to see it. You're not going to build Roman Reigns' credibility by putting him with Big Show. Big Show should not be off TV. Should not be on TV. He should be off TV. Kane should be off TV. Get them off my TV. You don't put one of your blue chippers, your rising stars, your future in a match with Big Show, man. It doesn't translate well. How many fucking times? It's like me eating pasta 7 days a fucking week because I'm Sicilian. It doesn't work that way, man. It doesn't work that way. What you need to do, and what I wanted to talk about, like I said, was my preview and predictions. I'm going to predict, this is what I predicted until Undertaker made his way into Battleground. You know, he may cost Brock Lesnar the match. I don't fucking know. This is why it's must-see. We don't know what The Undertaker is going to do. There's a multitude of routes that the WWE can take. But what I was thinking and what I thought was the absolute best idea is Seth Rollins reforming the Shield. You know, Roman Reigns would go in his match against Bray Wyatt and lose. Dean Ambrose is not even on the fucking card. Why not bring the Shield back? Get the band back together. Get the boys back together as heels. Because Rollins needs to be heel. You can't turn him face. Get the Shield back together and decimate not only Brock Lesnar, but the Authority as well. Triple H. And while you're at it, Stephanie. Have Stephanie take a couple of bumps. That would be fucking colossal. Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose together again. Reigns and Ambrose helping Rollins not only slay the beast, but retain the WWE Championship in some screwy fashion behind the referee's back. Referee gets knocked out. All chaos happens. Reigns comes down. Ambrose, etc., etc. You guys get the point. That's what I was going for. Because there's no way anybody's going to predict Seth Rollins is going to beat Brock Lesnar one-on-one. Obviously, he's going to have some kind of help. Now, with the inclusion of The Undertaker, who knows? You know, who knows? And The Undertaker's legacy and The Undertaker's story with Brock Lesnar obviously deserves closure. You're not going to have The Undertaker walk away from WrestleMania or be stretchered away in a fucking ambulance, taken to the hospital, and you're not going to hear him utter Brock Lesnar ever again, man. He just broke your undefeated streak that has been yours for 20 years. And you're not going to fucking come back and seek revenge? You're not going to come back and seek revenge for him putting you in the hospital and him giving you a concussion and him leaving you wasteless and fucking lifeless in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania in front of 80,000 fucking people? WWE's not going to go back and revisit that? Right off the top of the dome, that's my first thought. Undertaker is going to be there at Battleground to help Seth Rollins. But not help Seth Rollins, but more importantly, screw Brock Lesnar. But then again, you gotta think. Brock Lesnar would be cheered against anybody else on the roster right now. If he goes against The Undertaker, obviously he's not going to be cheered. Obviously, you're going to put him in a match against Brock Lesnar, against The Undertaker, and have them go one-on-one. Undertaker's going to come out on top, get his revenge, and be revered and cheered and adored. You're not going to have Brock Lesnar, who you're building as a face, go into a match with The Undertaker and be booed. That doesn't make sense. So we don't know what the Undertaker or WWE has planned. Maybe Undertaker and Sting get involved somehow. They both have an agenda. Undertaker for Lesnar. Rollins and Sting go at it because Sting and Rollins, they were trash talking back and forth. They had a little thing going on, right before WrestleMania where Rollins name drops Sting here and there. Maybe those kind of intertwine with each other, They don't necessarily have to be going against each other, Rollins and Sting and Lesnar and The Undertaker. Maybe they'll both be there in the main event and cross paths. Maybe Undertaker and Sting cross paths to be like, bro, listen, I heard you wanted a match with me at WrestleMania. Fuck WrestleMania, let's do it at Summerslam in Brooklyn. Who knows? I don't know, man. I'm just throwing ideas out of here, but you get my point. This is going to be big. This is going to be big, and this is the shot of adrenaline that the WWE so desperately needed. The Divas were great. Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky were great. They're going to add a lot of intrigue to SummerSlam. Kevin Owens being on the main roster fully now is going to add greatness to SummerSlam. Now you're going to add Sting and The Undertaker to that, possibly Triple H. SummerSlam is shaping up to possibly be the biggest of all time. And this is exactly what WWE needed to do. They needed this excitement. They got the entire internet fucking buzzing. They're breaking the internet right now. I can't wait to see it. Battleground is can't miss. Battleground is going to be an A- show instead of one of them C-D level pay-per-views now with the inclusion of Sting and The Undertaker. Monday Night Raw obviously is a can't miss program with the slumping ratings. And I will be here to cover it all for you, ending with the Battleground review and results video that I plan to do on my channel immediately following the conclusion of that pay-per-view. But I have a huge weekend planned for you guys completely. All weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with WWE content. Right after this, right after you view this video, I have separate matches played out in WWE 2K15. You know, with all the big matches happening at Battleground. Giving you my review, my preview, my thoughts and opinions behind each match and each individual competitor. Going over Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. John Cena versus Kevin Owens. And the IC title match, which nobody gives a shit about. Ryback, who probably won't be at Battleground now because he suffered a staph infection, I believe. So that match is off, thank God. But I did play it out in 2K15. Ryback versus The Miz versus Big Show. You're going to see all this today. I got 4 videos on top of this one going up today. Your sub boxes are going to be flooded with fucking JD, man. Enjoy it. It's for you guys. I work for you guys, and I appreciate all the love and support. Going to be fucking great all weekend. Tomorrow, hopefully, I will go over the Battleground, pay-per-view card, the match card, give you my preview, my predictions, etc., etc. That's what I wanted to do today. But this Undertaker news is too big to just let go another day, man. So, thank you guys for watching. This is Off the Script, part 1 for your Battleground weekend. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up. Let me know if you're enjoying the longer episodes, man. It feels good to be free from YouTube, man. I just love it, man. I love doing Off the Script. I love sitting here and talking to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't own your official JD merchandise, what's that? JD's official merchandise. What's that? Fucking loser. What's that? What's that? That's everybody from your channel coming over here, you fucking asshole. Fucking loser, man. I had to throw that in there. I had to throw that in there, man. What's that? Fucking asshole. JD's official merchandise. Off the Script t-shirts, man. www.prowrestlingtees.com/WWE Off the Script. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that motherfucking thumbs up. If you're not subscribed here, tombstone that subscribe button for The Undertaker, man. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back on Saturday with part 2 of Off the Script. Until then, take care. And this is the #1 undisputed #1 source for WWE news and rumors right here on YouTube.com. I'll see you guys on Saturday.